much more time on that. I had a tedious setup just now. And it happens sometimes. I have to go over it. But I'm just waiting for us to get some more people in and make sure everybody had time to come out. And I needed some extra time too with some configurations I was doing. So first, everybody should know, and if you don't, I'm Ivy. So I just want to run a few things past you and make sure everybody's comfortable. A little bit of music in the background. Um, we have a lot of things I think common within our business, and I just like to be able to educate people and just let them know what's going on, why it's important, that we do what it is that we're doing, as people, as community, and why I enjoy doing what I do, and why it's like really like why it's very important to me. So anyway, um, we got some things coming up, some things I'm doing within the business. I want to let you all know about. So we do have promotions coming up. It's a time of season right now where people are doing things, and so I'm doing things as well. And I want everybody to be happy and be able to get what it is that they need. So of course for this month you get a whole 25% off, which is a pretty good deal on your kits. Plus now your kit includes the elixir, so you'll be getting that with it. That is a fantastic, fantastic thing. You'll love the elixirs. I call it the womb healing honey. It's a honey consistency, and so um, you'll get some more information on that. It's all pretty much on the website. The website is www.shanjaripreti.com. So you can definitely check it out. Also, we have some new items. We also have new things coming for 2017. So always subscribe, stay tuned, because I want you to know about everything. But if you haven't heard, we've already launched the Sweet Pea collection. So we say taste the rainbow. It's good. We have all these lovely fruity botanicals that are good for the body, it's good for the soul, and it's definitely a plus to have. So once we're done with the womb healing process, and we cleanse this area, then it's like sexual healing. So that's the sweet tea. You get strawberry, mango, coconut, kiwi, mm, blueberry, banana, and then the little blends in there. It's good. It's very good. We make it for the vagina, the entire body. You can rub yourself down with it. Then also you can wash with it. And it's so good. I always tell people, listen, when you get those Johnny Angel Mariah soaps in your home, you can taste it. It's okay. Sometimes you can wash your face or something with the soap, and when you taste it, it's like it's not good. So all of these are really good, especially the sweet pea collection. So if you like the flavors of kiwi and strawberries and mango, go ahead and give it a lick. And then we also have our beauty collection, which is good for the ladies. We all have skin, and we're going through this cleansing process. So we're doing a whole lot of different things to ourselves to rejuvenate ourselves as a whole. So the beauty collection, of course, our soaps for the face, and then the creams for the face. And again, it's all botanical and it's nice. I encourage everybody, when you go to my website, that you subscribe so that I can start talking to you. As soon as you subscribe, I can be in contact with you and share information with you, and start, building up that relationship with you and letting you know more about what it is that I do, what it is that I offer, and what can be yours. That's important. And then, of course, one of these popular items everybody's talking about, and it started some time ago when it first aired with the Tia and Tamara show, and it's been like rolling ever since. And that's doing the vaginal steam. A lot of women do it. I've done it, and it's a good process. The good thing about the vaginal steam pot that we carry is that it's multifunctional and it's easy to store it. It's yours, it's personal, it's at home. After you do a steam, you should be in a situation where you can relax. You need to be able to just relax. You don't want to be in a position where you get your steam done and then you have to get up and go, right? Because your body is going through a process and it doesn't end when the steam ends. It's a continuous process. And so you want to be able to have your body at rest and at peace so it can be a smoother process, right? So it's good to have it in your home and you do it at your leisure, as often as you like. Plus, because it's flexible and everything. You can take it apart and you can put it in your closet if you'd like to. So you can take it out when you want. Also, you can convert the stool area to a facial. So let's say you want to do some aromatherapy. You can put some different oils in there. You can do a steam. If you get the beauty collection, that's great. You can get the steam.
Hello, I'm Mike Mandel, inventor of My Pillow. Just like all of you, I had trouble sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. That's why over 10 years ago, I invented My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs so you get to sleep faster and you stay there longer. I make all of my pillows right here in the USA and I have a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Right now, you can buy one of My Pillows and get another one absolutely free. Call 1-800-9 or go to mypillow.com and use the promo code Pandora.
Doing this month, that promotion is for the Pink Friday, so you can get 10 or 20 pearls, and that's good. And then you can always go to the area and get like soaps or anything else you want to get, and you can still use your promo code, the Pretty Ivy. You can still use that. Definitely make sure you subscribe, because you won't be able to get that 25% off on the womb healing kits. So you have to be able to subscribe to get that particular promo code. So that's a bonus for you. If you get those pearls, if you get the 10 or the 20, why is it significant? What about getting it now? So you're going to have this through the spring. This will equip you really through the spring. For the ladies who have pretty much gone through a regimen and you're just on continuous care of some sort, or let's just say you're good and you want to do the monthly maintenance, 10 to 12 pearls can take you through the spring. So basically what you're going to do right now is you're just going to go ahead and store those up. Now let's say you get 10 or 20 and maybe you don't want to do one. Maybe you've had a very active month. You've had some unprotected sex. You just want to get rid of his semen. Anything like that. You want to just like move that out. Plus, like for me, I do it after I have my period. As soon as I have my period, I go ahead and I put my pearls in. And the good thing for me is that as soon as the period technically ends, I'm going to flush anything off that's up there, any residue that did not come out. I want to go ahead and do that, and I still want to be able to keep myself healthy. I don't want anything that has occurred in the past to reoccur. And then there may be things that I could have been susceptible to that I don't want to contract or attract to myself, and so I constantly cleanse. I don't want to end up with polyps. I've never had polyps, right? But I may be susceptible to it because of my past. So I always just still maintain it, because sometimes you can have something in your body and it doesn't surface. It may not surface for 4 months. It may not surface for 2 years. So you always just want to keep doing a cleanse. You're constantly rejuvenating and exfoliating your insides as well as your outsides. That's very, very important. That's why you can stock up and definitely take advantage of that. Also, I really want you guys to subscribe, because there are so many times when I want to be able to communicate and get some good information out to the people who really want it. And that's really the only way that I know that you want this information. We do have our group on Facebook, and that group, yes, it is private, and I can't privatize the group, but this is our group. This is the place. This is where I get to interact and really talk to everyone, and plus get you hip to some things, first. You definitely want to take advantage of that, because we got some great, fantastic things coming up for 2017, and it's good. And I want you to know about it. I want to tell you. So definitely stay in touch. You want to do that, because this is fantastic. It's phenomenal. We are in a position to help people, right? That's the gift that I have. I want to be able to heal. I love that, right? So I want to do it at peak capacity all the time. And so I have to always keep going and going and going and thriving for that peak. And every time I feel like I hit a peak, it's great, because I hit one. And every time I hit one, I want to tell you about it, because it's good for you too. So keep that in mind. I'm going to share some more information with you that I want you all to, just think about. If you see me on Instagram, definitely get in there. Now, I'm not somebody runs all through your timeline with photos. But when I post, it's good, right? Um, Definitely. And I like you guys, man. I mean, I'm really starting to just warm up really really well because we got some great things on Instagram, right? You guys seen these pictures, right? Detox your sweet box. You want to make pussy great again? Of course you do. Who doesn't want to do that, right? And I'm coming. That's what I'm here to do. You gotta. I love the botanica. I love everything botanical and everything I make. Everybody wants to taste the rainbow, no matter who it is. We all want to taste that. This is some information that I was able to get. Please know that this is all public information, so it's okay um, to review this information, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this back to the front real quick for you guys. I'm gonna bring it back to the front real quick. See if we can get that in here. Hold it up. If not, I'm just gonna go back to it. So, um, you think about how we get into a position where we are as a people. Um, there are things that we can contract or bring into our life through different situations. So we have something that people refer to as a syndrome. There are a lot of things in life that are syndromes, or it's something that's so systematic, it just naturally happens. And so, like for us, for women, we have PCOS, right? So it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. So there's something going on that's systematic that we have. So it's not a disease, it's not an STD, it's not any type of disease, it's not a virus, it's a syndrome. So it's almost something more mentally than it is physically, right? So you check this out, you look at this information. Like I said, this is public information. So definitely check it out. Um, I don't spend too much time because I know everybody's time is precious, but definitely spend some time on that. Let's see what else. We got this area right here. Listen, I'm not from New York City. I'm from Washington D.C. Right? So if you're from New York City, you know these areas way better than I do. Right? So we want to focus on something when we're looking at these pictures. We want to focus on the colors, and let's just focus on the boldness that we see. And then if you choose to, just go ahead and recall the bright areas. Right? So we'll do it again. Right? So we got those two blue circles, right? Those dark ones, right? So there's a couple more dark ones. Let me find the scene for you. So we get those, remember those circle areas, and let's check it out. And this is what we are dealing with in these areas, right? It's so popular. Look at it as a systematic thing, okay? Because this isn't because of a disease right here, right? This right here isn't because of a virus. That's not what this is. This is something that's going on with a society of people. Okay? Think about that. This is a society of people. Okay? I want you to keep in mind that these are people. I'm an African American woman, right? These are areas that are affected. And these are people just like me. These are people of my race. These are people of my culture, right? But we're all one race. So there are other races that are shown on these charts. And those are the other areas. And like I said, if you like, you can recall some of the brighter areas. And if you are from New York, please feel free to chime in at any time and just let me know if you know these areas. don't, right? But I want you to focus on them because this is public information. This is information that is shared with a group of people who want to know about this information. You should want to know about this information because it affects you, right? So this is something you want to keep in mind. How does this affect us? Why do I say syndrome, right? So it's not a disease, it's not a virus, it's something that's happening. And there's so many things that are happening, as you could have easily seen off of those charts that were shown in these particular areas. There's something that's happening, and it's a bad thing that's happening. It's something that can cripple you. It's something that can hinder you. It's something that can stumble you. It's something that can stop you. It's something that can kill you, right? It's something that can dehumanize you to not be as human as others are, as you see others to be, right? So I try to bring it in. I'm very excited at what it is that I do, right? Because this is all for elevation, right? So there's something somewhere along the line that's causing this, right? I mean, there are things going on in other countries. There are. But this country is going through something a little different compared to other countries where we are also a race or a group or a culture of people, right? And pretty much if you're black, you know about Africa, right? So let's not talk about a place where sometimes it may not be as resourceful as other areas. Like America, we're very resourceful here. We have a lot of things here. We can just get up and go to the doctor. You can just easily get a prescription. You know, now that healthcare.gov thing is very, very expensive. You know, I'm glad I'm a naturalist. I'm glad I can just rely on God for this one because it's expensive and unemployable. So think about that, right? Sometimes I'll give you a side note. So, but just think about that. We have that opportunity, we have that availability of whatever you need. Really, if you think about it, you may not be getting it, but it's there, right? So let's focus on another place. Let's focus on another place that is resourceful, just as good, because something's going on with us over here that has to be addressed, it has to be recognized, it has to be noticed, and it has to be understood because that's the only way you're going to be able to fix this as a people, you know? So we can just look right here. We can just look right here, people. I mean, let's just look at it. Hell, let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. X marks the spot. This is why I do what I do. This is so important, people. This is so important. We have to be educated. We have to educate ourselves. As we educate ourselves, we have to educate each other. As a race of people, as a mode of survival, we have to educate each other. In this country, everywhere, we have to educate, right? Whatever it is, okay? That's why it's called, being social and interacting, right? That's why I enjoy what I do and being able to communicate with women. So that's important. And I do communicate with men too. I love men. I do. I have some things with guys and everything, but I really enjoy speaking with women. I'm a woman myself, so I understand. I get it. But let's get back to this syndrome. Let's get back to something systematic. Look at that. How did that happen? What if what we started from technically, or what's in the book, that's not us. That's not our era. That's not your path. That is not your beginning. That is not it. That is not your source, right? We all derive from something. That is not your source. Your source, where you derived from, you are not there. It's almost like being a garden of roses, and somebody takes a few roses out of that garden, they uproot it, right? And they go and they plant it in a garden of daffodils. Well, guess what? You got to make sure they grow. You got to take care of your garden. But what if they only took care of the daffodils? I mean, the roses may have some roots now. They've done a little bit. I mean, we uprooted them pretty good, right? So they got some roots, so we're going to get them good in the soil. And we're going to do that. And those roots will continue to grow, but they will not be nurtured like the daffodils, right? And then that garden of roses over there, they're okay. We'll if we see any, special things, we'll still go and get that. And, we'll still deal with it because, hey, I mean, roses are roses too, and people want those too, right? So anyway, that's us as a people. We've been uprooted. We're here. We do have roots, but it's overpowered. So we need to get those nutrients. Everybody does. What if we were never uprooted? What if we were still in that beautiful garden? What if we were still over there with our roses? What if the daffodils were the daffodils and the roses were the roses? Lilacs, whatever, whatever. Everybody was good. It's okay. That was cool. We would be so nourished and nourished and well like any other, right? So what's wrong? Because we're here. Why can't we still thrive and be good right here? Right? You remember that chart I showed you, right? So we told you X marks the spot. This is what we're looking at, because Europe is thriving too. They're good, We got euros, we got pounds, we got a little something. They got some techniques over there that we have clearly stated that the US just can't even compete with. It is nothing but technology. We're such technology-driven people here. It's nothing but technology. All of Europe has done is invested in technology to help people. Money can buy technology, right? So that can't be it. We spend plenty, right? So this one of my little memes I made. And that's another one right there. I just saw that in my little feed real quick. I thought I'd show that to you. I got a couple of things lined up on here. So I got a scene I need to go ahead and share with you. All right. So you can go ahead and start your timeline, because we know technically where we started. See, as I looked through the chart, when I looked at the chart, the way I interpreted this was that at one particular time, something occurred. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are several occurrences within this timeline, but I like to focus on eras, right? Focus on a century, focus on a decade. Let's go back, because that's what you have to do. Let's see where this timeline gets our starting point, people. Let's see what's the starting point, or at least the starting point in what we're dealing with as a syndrome. Because remember, technically, this is not our era. This is not where we started, but this is where something started. So let's see, okay? I stress it. I get excited, right? So keep that in mind. So this is a good one, right? There was a time when there was some significance or something that seemed to have resonated
technically meaningful way, a good way, something good, right? Okay, and then no good, right? Something good and then no good. Let's see. Institutionalizing. Look at all the institutions now. So something was created. An institution was created. An institution. Think about an institution. Something has been instilled. There is a syndrome. This is something mentally. You think about it. It's a syndrome. There's something that is going on, and it is such a good institution, so well organized. So we go back, right? We go back and we look at it. Right? Let me find my other little scenes. We look at it. So this says residential segregation by race. Okay. This is part of an institution. The institutionalization of racism to separate residential segregation. Okay. Separate but equal. Let's not stray. Okay. These aren't the good schools, is it? So there's everything right there where you are. We're going to keep it right there. It's right there where you at. That's the only place it's at. And that's where we at. Right? Now in some areas you might see a little bit of Hispanics trickling in. They got to trickle down, you know. But this where we at. Right? There was a few things coming online. Jay-Z did a commentary not too long ago, video on institutionalization in the prison system. He mentioned some things. It was also a special on Netflix called 13th. I shared it on my Facebook page. I said, y'all here watching everything else. Get educated, man. Hell, get educated, please. Right? So you look at this. You gotta look, man. Like this is systematic, right? So you got segregation by residency. It's where you're living. You got elementary school absenteeism. I mean, kids just don't go to school. You know, truancy. Fuck it. Kids just ain't going. Shit. I mean, that's what it's looking like, right? You got poverty. They not going to school, and my baby's hungry. If anything, you go to school to make sure you eat. If you just go to school for that. Now, I understand if you got to pay for lunch. You know, that's something you could work on. You know, like me, I tell the cafeteria, bill me. I pay too many taxes to have to pay for school lunch. Just because I ain't on welfare don't mean I should have to pay for school lunch, anything of that nature. So, yeah, you know, sometimes I got to drive it up there too, my baby. Or I'm going to give her some money, and if she want to go buy it, she can go buy it. You know, but these kids hungry. They not going to school, so they not even going to get the free lunch. They in poverty, so 9 times out of 10, they could get a subsidy. They could fill out the form and get the free lunch. My babies won't go to school. So who ain't going to work? Who ain't going to work? I mean, because if you go to work, you can make some money, you can get you something to eat. And you can't go to work if your child go to school. Your baby in school, your baby in daycare or whatever, you can go to work. Why you can't go to work? This jail incarceration rate, that's one reason why some women can't go to work. Because the fathers who her children or the nigga she was dealing with or whatever, that's where he at. You know, it's other reasons why men in prison too. And those other reasons why men are in prison is, guess what? Put a circle on this chart, ladies and gentlemen. Put some arrows on it. Go ahead and level it out. This is a pattern. It's a syndrome. It is going to occur as if it's just so natural. How is it happening, right? Sometimes you get to meet people, these guys that's locked up, they wasn't going to school sometimes too. They wasn't. And according to the welfare statistics and that data, somebody in their family, in their household, was getting benefits because somebody in their household wasn't employed, because somebody was in prison. It's so systematic what we dealing with. We got to break that cycle. This is why I do what I do right here. See, I detox vaginas. I detox the cervix. I detox the womb. I take care of women. I love that, right? I love doing what I do. And let me go close my door. That's why I love doing what I do. I love taking care of women. Because we got a syndrome in us too. We got all kinds of syndromes. It's not just PCOS. We deal with disease. Us as women, we get sick, right? We go through stuff too. We on those charts. It's not just men. We're on those charts too. We get sick. We have so many things that we deal with on top of what's on that chart, right? So, you know, here we do, we specialize in STD awareness and prevention. So we want to help you get rid of that, as well as, you know, the situation associated to that, because contracting anything, having anything the way it happened is not always good, especially when it comes to STDs. Like, it could have been good sex and everything. Now it's just all ruined because I got this. Or it could be other health issues that we're dealing with. And we don't feel good. Okay, somebody's calling me. All right. Yellow. Yes, baby. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
What you say?
You're gonna bring me some food.
Some food from where?
It don't matter.
Jory, what you do with that money I gave you last night?
It's in my pocket.
In your pocket?
Yeah.
Why you didn't buy lunch?
It doesn't have nothing. You hear? They got beef tacos and they got cheeseburgers.
You don't want a cheeseburger?
It's dry.
They don't have ketchup and mustard?
Yeah, but it ain't real.
What is it?
Like, the patty ain't real.
The what's not real? The who?
Patty.
What's the burger meat made out of, Shanjari?
I don't know. It's just dry. I don't know. It's not real.
They probably just cooked it real hard. Okay, well, what else? Why you don't want to get tacos? Listen, Shanjari, you know I'm at work, Shanjari, and there's nothing wrong with a burger.
What you saying? What you saying my whole name for?
Jari, you ate a Hardee's burger. You don't know what's in that.
It's real.
Okay, we'll get a taco.
No, Ma, it's just meat. It's meat.
Okay, do they have, for that taco, do they have like the chips and stuff, the cheese and everything?
No, it's just a beef taco.
What's in it?
Nothing. It's a beef taco.
So it's just beef in that taco shell?
Yes, and they give you refried beans, and that's it.
Ooh, refried beans, good. So what, they ain't got no sour cream or nothing to go in it?
No.
Jar, you should have stayed homeschooled. That's just crazy.
That's why I'm eating here, because they don't be having no food.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. All right, Jari, we gonna have to get some we gonna have to go ahead and get you some more you gotta get some groceries. You didn't ran out of everything, didn't you? Already. Your little snack trays and everything gone.
Yeah. That's why I'm staying home all the time.
Stay at home all the time, like when?
Like on the weekends, and then we stay home and we don't go nowhere, and I don't have nothing else to do but eat.
Oh, okay, so that's what's happening on the weekends. You're eating up your school stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I already said you could go to that D Air place, whatever that is. So you just gotta make those arrangements for the weekend.
Oh, this is like about the weekend.
Because I'm not gonna be getting that food like that, Chandra. And you just want to sit in the house and eat your stuff up like that, and you just run through it because we just went grocery shopping. You know.
You gotta realize we didn't get actual food. All we got was snacks.
Shanjari, I said, Jari, get what you need. You got some fruit trays. I bought pork chops. Jari, I bought pork chops. Man. You bought fruit. Yeah, you want to eat the pork chop? You ain't eat the pork chops last time. Well, how you want me to cook the pork chop, Jari?
Hold on, boss. Yeah.
How you want me to cook the pork chop? Yeah.
Hold on, Mom. You got it? Okay. Okay, go ahead.
How you want me to cook the pork chop, Chandra?
I don't know. It's just the way you be cooking like it just be funny.
All right. Well, you want me to put them in that convection oven? Want me to put them in there and just hit the grill button? I could grill them.
No. Like deep fry them. Deep fry.
Deep fry 'em? I thought I deep fried them last time. No, I think I did that last time, Chandra. I ain't really good at frying. I deep fried them. Now let me just season them. I put them on the grill. Yeah, I put them on the grill. All right. Anyway, Chandra. Huh?
You don't want to bring me no food?
No, Jari, because I'm working. No, you keep trying to get me to come out this house. I'm doing more than making my packages, Chandra. It's not just making packages. That's not what it's all about, okay? And actually, right now, I'm doing a live stream, Chandra.
Oh, so you got me on live stream, real big?
Yeah. Listen. Hey, I gotta go.
Wait. Can you ask somebody to bring some up here?
Oh my, Jari, do you feel desperate?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So can you bring it, please?
Y'all should do stuff like no, because Jari, you just came from a pizza party.
That was this morning.
And I'm sorry they fed y'all pizza for breakfast or before lunch. How many slices did you get?
2.
What, were you full after those 2?
No.
Well, why didn't you get some more?
You can only get 2.
That's lame. Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay?
I love you so much. That's so good. That's so good of you, Jari.
I mean, it's not really okay.
All right. Plus, you already having lunch, so I wouldn't be able to make it anyway. Yeah, you don't have that much time. Listen, go ahead and I can as soon as you get home, we're gonna leave here and get your stuff. We'll get out of here. All right. Bye. Okay. See that food thing? Yeah. And I mean, I probably could fill out that little form to say I want some benefits or something for the free lunch at school, just to get the free lunch. But I ain't got time for the people being my damn business. You ain't gonna put Ivy on one of them charts. I'm not gonna be a part of that syndrome. I'm not gonna be a part of that system. Not gonna happen. And it's not gonna happen with you. Right? That's why we do the cleanse. So that's why we're in the situation that we're in. It's systematic. We have to be able to take care of ourselves, cleanse ourselves, nurture ourselves, and not allow things to take over our life and our culture as a people. That's what's very, very important. STD awareness and prevention, when I do the consultations, it's important that I explain to you and educate you as much as I can on what I know from what I've been taught on particular STDs, PCOS, different viruses. The viruses that we do discuss is the herpes simplex virus, and then the human papillomavirus, and then HIV. So we don't delve too much into HIV, but we delve into a virus. There are different types of viruses. So we work on viruses. Just like PCOS is just a different type of syndrome. Another syndrome that we all know is AIDS. It's a syndrome. Autoimmune deficiency syndrome. So it's not even really, if you think about it, it's not technically a disease. It's a syndrome. And it affects a certain group of people, right? We can get an STD like just thinking about something. There was a study that was done on some people in Africa for something. I just want to go over these dates though. But we can contract different things, and over time, it breaks you down. You can be in that field of daffodils. I don't know if that's a really good comparison, but over time, it can break you down, right? AIDS can break us down as a people. When you keep catching STDs, you're breaking down your immune system. It may not be as aggressive as AIDS, but it makes it so easy for AIDS to occur, to exist, to manifest itself. There's a series of things that can occur, and ultimately this is what it leads to, right? It's like you can do some things in life that leads to your death, right? You can do whatever. There's a process. There's a system in place, and if you do this, and this is what you're going to achieve, right? So your body has an immune system. That immune system is what keeps you living. It keeps your insides away from being affected. It's your shield. It's your armor. There are things that can happen though. You can have things penetrate you, and it breaks down that armor. It breaks down that barrier. Eventually your immune system just says, forget it, I can't fight, I give up. They toss it. It's the white candle. It's the white flag. You surrender. Nobody wants to get to that point. You don't want your immune system to be so deficient. It has nothing. Something has destroyed every good thing in there. It's gone. You don't want to get to that point. Well, guess what? You don't want to make it easy to have AIDS. You don't want to make it easy for your body to transition from HIV to AIDS, from HIV to death. There's a virus. And STDs cause viruses too to easily just come on and manifest itself, right? And then you're on your last string at that point, right? You don't want that to transgress into AIDS, right? But people living with it. People are. So let's talk about these STDs. So you can get gonorrhea, you can get syphilis, you can get chlamydia, right? Those are considered gateway STDs, right? Because they really do hurt you. They really do break down some of your armor. When I was speaking about detoxing, even after you've done your basic regimen, getting that special for that 10 or 20, Things take time at times to surface. So guess what? This never would have happened. You didn't know anything about this, and then bam, it hits you, right? So these different diseases breaks down your immune system a little bit, and now you're making yourself more susceptible to other things, right? PCOS is abnormal cysts in your ovaries. We all have cysts on our ovaries. That's something we should be all clear about, knowledgeable of. But sometimes they can become abnormal. Those cysts are like, that's the armor for your eggs. That's it, the shield. They keep it clean. It's like the lungs of the eggs. It's the lungs on your life down there, on those lives, right? And so sometimes they make it a little dirt in them or something, because they're keeping it clean, but it's okay because your body ovulates and it goes through that cleansing process and it flushes, right? So you want to keep that in mind. It flushes itself, right? That's how you have your periods. All the stuff comes out, right? Whatever happened during that period of time, your body is cleansing itself, right? It's like you pass your bowels, Sometimes you have to blow your nose. It's a cleansing process, all designed to keep the immune system immune, right? So you want to keep that in mind. So you keep getting STDs, so you're doing even more damage, and you are allowing something that the body already fought off, of course, with the help of some antibiotics. It fought it off, and then you're bringing it back. We've already fought this fight, right? Over time, you go see your doctor, and after a while, guess what? Yeah, you fought this fight, but you fought this fight so many times that now the medicine isn't working. Now you have something that's chronic, right? So until they come up with something a little bit stronger, you're going to just keep on using the same medication and not getting any results. That's what you don't want, because we are slowly ruining our immune system, and we're breaking down something that is most valuable to us and to our life and to sustainability, and that's our womb, right? So then you have other things, like you have bacterial vaginosis. Like, that's my popular one. But it's important to be educated on bacterial vaginosis. It's almost like a embedded fungus in the womb, as opposed to an embedded fungus in the vagina. A natural embedded fungus, because our body generates its own fungus as well, to eat the bad bacteria. So what we call is we call it yeast, right? It's like a fungus. It eats stuff, right? So we have our own, but this particular fungus hurts the womb, but it's still a fungus. So there's some type of, it's organisms eating organisms, right? Which means that this organism is accustomed to eating this organism, and this organism too is accustomed to eating organisms, because I have my natural yeast. So she's accustomed to eating organisms. But now there's something else that truly does not belong here, and it likes to eat organisms too. So these are two bacteria, my natural one and this bad one, that both likes to eat. So we all know that the largest population of bacterial vaginosis is the lesbian community, that trickles down into the bisexual community and then into the heterosexual community. So predominantly being in the bisexual community is because that's where it starts. Everything has a starting place, or it derived, that's the source. So that's where it started. And remember, people, this information is public. I'm not here to cure, diagnose, or treat anything. This is free information. Use it at your own will. Go back, research, verify it for yourself. But bacteria that's bad, this bacteria vaginosis, is breaking down something good in you. You need your yeast. That is the barrier. That is the protective coating on your cervix. It keeps everything good, stops things from entering. I mean, that's the primary reason for it. And when she has to really put up a fight for something, like she's really trying to fight it and she may lose, guess what? You get those yeast infections because something was down there she couldn't stop. Something was down there that she couldn't stop. This was something. Hey, she can't stop STDs either. Those are way too powerful for her. So you really have to be gentle when it comes to protecting, nourishing, and caring for your flora. Okay? That's your good. That's like your milk down there. That's your life force down there. You have to take care of her. But when two things collide, that's what it causes, because it has no business there. It's a territorial kind of thing. Okay? Nothing should enter you, right? So this is not an STD, it's a bacteria. Lesbians catch it because two yeast don't mix, two floras don't mix. It's something that's not natural, right? I mean, people do it. Your life is your preference. I'm just telling you what certain lifestyles or people or neighborhoods or cultures, what's going on and how it affects the work that I do, okay? So this is a non-judgment zone, okay? But two floors can't mix. And when two floors try to mix, it causes BV. So we just go ahead and fast forward to heterosexuals, okay? When a man decides to penetrate, we exchange juices, all right? And I love having sex. I love exchanging juices, right? It's sex. It's what we do. His scrotum is a bag. His scrotum contains epidermidis. It's the fatty tissues. It's the fatty tissues between his actual testicles and his skin, right? It's also like his little recycle bin. Because see, when it's time for him to ejaculate, his little sperms has to travel and get a certain way, and they go through that clean place, or through that fatty tissue. And that fatty tissue also nourishes the testicles. It takes care of the testicles. It keeps everything good and healthy, so you don't have to worry about the prostate stuff and all of that, right? That's the nutrient area. That's where the stuff is right there. Those are the babies down there too, right? So they have to be well taken care of. Well, you exchange those juices. Women, we exchange those juices with our male partner. He gets those juices, and it just sits down in there. We have sex. He ejaculates. It just sits up in there. You know, we absorb it like a sponge, right? Well, see, he did that. He had unprotected sex with me, right? And this is all third party. But he had unprotected sex with another woman. So he's exchanging floras. Because his semen, although it went through that little scrotum process, I still got it. Because it's still there. See, I go to the doctor for mine. And I get medicine for mine. All women get medicine for it because that's what it comes from. It's from us. It's just like cats carry chlamydia. Sheep carry gonorrhea. This is something that's introduced, right? But it's not introduced because of a disease. It's a bacteria that we contracted from something else. Almost like a cold. So you want to go ahead and get your kit. We do have the BV kit, and we got it for the his and hers kit too, so you can get something for you and your partner. But I tell women all the time when you're doing this cleanse, make sure you have safe sex. You know, if you believe you have BV, you went to the doctor, you got your prescription, metronidazole, Flagyl, whatever. You got the gel, you got the cream. You may have been upgraded to the pill. You've been caught it so many times the gel won't work, right? It just depends, right? Some people may be like on auto refill, like your doctor just know you got it. You gonna keep it. It's chronic. You had it so many times. The pill's really not even working. It's not. You know, if you got to that point where you doing it and it's chronic, then don't get the BV kit off my website. Get the multiple STD for his and hers, or the multiple STD for yourself. Because you're gonna need more. So that's what you want to do. You can always inbox me when you subscribe. We can engage in a conversation about that. But you just want to keep that in mind. And then I don't want to hold y'all too long, but hey, you know, this is good for you. Get some knowledge. You get your medicine or whatever, then it ain't working for you after a while. So now you have something that's chronic. You continue to have unprotected sex, and so does he. You know, you having it with him, but he having it with somebody else, and he transferring it to you. So you'll keep catching it. You'll go to the doctor. You'll constantly be treated, and your male partner will never be treated. Although you've been treated and it went away, and when you had sex, you just knew it was coming. Now it's like clockwork. And for some reason, people tell me the oddest things when we discuss BV. I've heard some things. Like, you get it from your soap. Ain't nothing in your soap gonna send you to the doctor for a prescription. Or the foods you eat. There's things on the market that you can eat that makes your vagina sick, so you have to go to the doctor and get a prescription, something that's approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The latest I hadn't heard in a while, but I heard it recently, was you get it from using a condom. That'll be a hell to the no for Ivy. That'll be a hell to the no. You mean to tell me I bet not use a condom when I had sex because I'm going to get BV? No. Who? No, don't do that. How? Shame on you. Yeah, you got to get a spanking. No. But it's hurting us so much. It's hurting us so much what it's doing to us. That's a gateway. Bacterial vaginosis is a gateway. It's a gateway because it breaks us down slowly, progressively, and it introduces us to things that are very easy to contract, diseases like chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis. It also makes it very easy for you to catch the HSV, herpes simplex, because you're breaking your flora down. You're breaking it down. And then the bad thing, the flip side is, what if you do have the herpes simplex virus? You know, or what if you have PCOS and you still getting BV? You are still breaking down that flora. You have to stop contracting BV. All right, and I'm going to leave you on that note for that one. You can always hit me up. I can't take up too much of your time because you all heard what Shanjari stated. I do have consultations that I do, and I do have packages to get out, and my phone does ring. So definitely hit me up. I just want to also let you all know that, of course, don't forget this month, Pink Friday, is 25% off on the kits. You can also do the Pink Friday, and it'll last you through the spring. You can get that under the Prepping tab on the Shanjari Pretty website. Also, if you decide to get the Pink Friday, then you still get a free soap. So I still want you guys to get some soap. Soap is good. We love the soap, and plus it's free. So, like, let's get some of these soaps, right? We got some great things coming up in December. I mentioned it in the private group already, what we were going to be doing for December. Once we had removed that promotion that we were doing when you invited your homies out, right? So we got that. Stay tuned, subscribe, so you can definitely hear about that. If you're just interested in samples, we can do samples. All you want to do is do the PayPal. Send it to me. Work with me. If you aren't familiar with PayPal, let me know. Otherwise, you would do the PayPal.me/Shanjari Pretty /5, because it's $5 for shipping and handling, and you can get your sample. Okay, so just www.paypal.me/Shanjari Pretty /5, and that'll get you samples, because guess what? You might not be ready for everything, but you're definitely interested and it sounds so good and you want to try it before you buy it. I'm cool with that. I want you to try it before you buy it too. I just realized too, I haven't always like looked dead into the camera, so hey, I've been looking at myself. So yeah, definitely do that, and we can go ahead and send those samples out to you. And of course, don't forget we got the womb healing elixir. It comes with a honeycomb. It's great. I can show you one real quick. I can show you a little setup. Definitely want you to know how you got this set up. But this is for fibroids. So you get your comb, and what you want to do is hot beverages. Get your hot beverage. You can do the womb healing tea if you want to do the womb healing tea. Let me show that to you. Let's see. You can do the womb healing tea and then just add this to it. And there's no problem with you doing that. Right? We have the teas. You can do the teas. That's cool. Not a problem. But other than that, what you would do is, if you drink coffee, good, because this has a good taste to it. If you do coffee, you just want to go ahead and dip it in there, put it in your coffee, stir it up till it comes off of there. Okay, and you get a little stand to sit this on, so you don't have to worry about that. But this is pretty much what you be getting. This is 8 ounces, and it's the womb healing honey. But also keep in mind that we do this for the men too. So if you guys like really bold coffee like I do, or you just you like tea, or you're a man, right? We make this for you too. Definitely want to enjoy it. It's really good. This has the potential of renewing yourself within 6 days. So keep that in mind. And it should last you for those 6 days. If you have some left in there, hey, you know, to God be the glory. Get your little spoon and get it on up out of there. And then, you know, if you want to put something else in there, go ahead. You know, you might want to make your own little spin or something. So that's definitely good. Keep that in mind, you guys. Definitely want to get that womb healing elixir, and it's now part of the womb healing kits. It's already in there. If you subscribe, then you got that 25% off deal. You know why you got that 25% off? Because I want you to get some of this womb healing honey. I want you to get it. Usually our womb healing kits have been 10% off, right? Yeah, it's been 10% off. That's what we've been doing. And now it's 25% off, right? Keep that in mind, because what we want to do is get this honey out to you, and definitely send you some really good information on some things that we have. And I want people to go ahead and start embracing it, right? Sweet Pea Collection, if you guys want to get some of that, go ahead. I just recommend that you go through the womb healing process before you dabble into the Sweet Pea Collection, because it does make you taste really, really well. And I mean, if you just like no holds barred and you just want to go for it, I mean, hey, do you, but I'm just saying, for it to be as good and as enjoyable, you know, quality, good purposes, go ahead and do your cleanse first, okay? I want to thank y'all for taking the time out. I've been on with you guys for quite some time, but I appreciate you tuning in. If you have any questions, definitely hit me up. I am on Facebook. You can type in Ivy Ruffin or Ivy Sagarius. If you've already sent me a friend request on Ivy Ruffin or on Ivy Sagarius, you don't have to send me another one on the alternate page, okay? So definitely let's stay in touch, and thank you all for tuning in. All right, I'm gonna shut this thing down and get me some jams. Let's see if I got any jams. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, Miss Goddess. Well, thank God I turned that down. Now I just need to, I guess I should stop it. Okay. You see, this is the that configuration thing I be speaking of. Let me see. Can you just turn off? I know you're not receiving data because I'm trying to turn you off. You being difficult. All right. I don't know what it's doing.